morning in 8 minutes. The Claiborne County Sheriff's Office still looking for an inmate who escaped more than a week ago.
The search continues, but they are telling people they shouldn't be afraid. The search is centered in the Cumberland Gap area where Larry Poor vanished on a work detail. Jail staff say despite the around-the-clock search, they don't think he poses a threat to people in the county. Poor has a history of theft and burglary and was facing a pending charge that would have added 4 to 6 years to his sentence. Administrators say he has no history of violent crime. Once captured, Poor is looking at an additional 5 years in prison for escaping. If you see him, don't approach him. Instead, call 911 immediately. And Knoxville police making a third arrest in connection with a shooting at the Buckethead Tavern back in October.
Michael Thompson now facing charges in this case. His arrest follows the arrest of Travion Bradley and Jaden Moore in connection with the same shooting. The three are facing charges of attempted second-degree murder and carjacking. Thompson's arrest follows another investigation at the same West Knoxville bar. Since the start of the month, police have been investigating another shooting at the Buckethead Tavern.
Well, the corruption trial for former Tennessee Speaker Glenn Quesada and his chief of staff, Cade Cothran, begins today. They face 20 federal charges for bribery, wire fraud, and money laundering. Cothran is accused of creating a company under the fake name Phoenix Solutions. Quesada allegedly helped award that company government contracts, making both of them tens of thousands of dollars. They could each face up to 20 years in prison if found guilty. At least 20 Republican House members, including Speaker Cameron Sexton, are expected to testify. And this morning marks day 2 of mourning the late Pope Francis.
The Vatican announced the 88-year-old Pope died yesterday morning, less than a day after he appeared in St. Peter's Square for Easter. Now, doctors at the Vatican confirmed the Pope died of a stroke, coma, and irreversible cardiovascular collapse. Now, just last month, Pope Francis was released from the hospital after a 5-week stay because of double pneumonia. Pope Francis's funeral is set for Saturday now, 15 to 20 days after his passing. That's when cardinals from around the world will come to the Vatican to begin the process of selecting a next pope. Heads up for those student loan borrowers this morning. The Education Department says student loan collections for loans in default will restart next month.
This will impact millions of borrowers after years of leniency under the Biden administration. In about 2 weeks, involuntary collections will start. After a 30-day notice, the department will also begin garnishing wages for borrowers in default. The White House says this will protect the taxpayers from shouldering the cost of federal student loans. The government has not collected defaulted loans since March of 2020 when the pandemic started. Right now, more than 5 million borrowers are in default. And happening today, neighbors in Marville have a chance to make their voices heard about changes to a nearly 80-year-old quarry near them.
Vulcan spokesperson says they want to expand the overburdened pile. That's why they call the byproduct of the mining process here. Vulcan officials tell us they're reaching out for public input before the formal plan is put together. Now, the quarry sits just minutes away from downtown Marville, or near Marville College, I should say. Vulcan spokesperson tells us they plan to work with the community on this, hoping to keep impacts to a minimum. There's going to be 2 public input sessions at Marville College's gym today. One's at 9, goes till noon. The other goes from 3 to 7 tonight. If you want to share your voice, share your thoughts, we have the details to get there inside your WVLT News app. And your Tennessee Vols have a new quarterback.
Big news after Nico Iamaleava's departure to UCLA. The Vols have hit the portal to take a QB from the Bruins roster. 5th-year senior Joey Aguilar. Aguilar is a veteran quarterback playing his first 2 years at junior college. He spent the last 2 seasons at App State, where he passed for more than 6,000 yards and tossed 56 touchdowns. He has been granted 1 more year of eligibility as a junior college transfer. Aguilar will be competing with redshirt freshman Jake Merklinger and true freshman George McIntyre for the starting job.
And your Knoxville Ice Bears have a chance to bring home the President's Cup to Knoxville. The first game of the finals is tomorrow at the Civic Coliseum. Ice Bears face off against the Evansville Thunderbolts. Game 2 will be in Evansville Thursday, and if they need it, Game 3 is going to be back here in Knoxville on Sunday. And East Tennessee and communities around the world today celebrating Earth Day.
Yeah, one group is hoping to make the environment cleaner while helping you save money. The Buy Nothing Project was started in 2013. It's grown to 12 million users since then. Communities create a private Facebook group for neighbors to post items they no longer need to exchange them with each other. You can ask neighbors for items you're looking for too. This makes sure items don't end up in the trash and can help you save money. The EPA estimates Americans throw out about 5 pounds of trash every day. That doesn't even include the garbage that ends up in our oceans.
Let's send it over to Olivia Kelpie with your first alert traffic.
Yeah, guys, good news. Traffic still moving along out there on this Tuesday morning. Taking a live look at I-75 right now. This is at Merchant Drive. North and southbound lanes moving. Right now, morning commute hotspots is still looking pretty good. Here's another look. 640 west of downtown, east and westbound lanes moving. See some cars in those westbound lanes where we're used to seeing those slowdowns. And one more look, I-40 closer to downtown. This is at Hall of Fame Drive, east and westbound lanes. Not seeing any issues right now.
And just remember that you might be commuting to an area that is already soggy or rainy. Views like this, for example, where we've got wet streets, low visibility with the rain and the fog. But right now, that is really the southern half of Knox, all of Blunt, all of Sevier. That's where we're looking in here at Pigeon Forge. Most of Jefferson, Olive, Cocke, and Greene counties. So that view is going to continue next couple of hours as this moves east across parts of our area. Visibility is also a problem, though, at the Tennessee-Kentucky line with fog from yesterday's rain. Differences, though, in temperatures at 58 Jamestown, 64 Knoxville to 65 Marville. So while warmer in the rain, temperatures are slowed down by thicker clouds and some showers still on the way for the southern half of our area. So we'll have a few pockets of rain, some rumbles of thunder at times on into the afternoon to evening for that southern half of our area. Knoxville warming to 68 at 1, high today 70. So one of the cooler days, just below average. We'll hop back up, though, tomorrow with a few storms developing at times throughout the morning to midday. Again, a few pop-ups Thursday afternoon. The active trend continues with another front Friday to Saturday. So I'm going to help you make some plans around the timing of these storms coming up on the CW.
All right, Heather, thanks. So we hope you have a safe day. Be mindful of the rain. You can join us over on the CW Knoxville. We're headed there next.